And good day, dear friends. Good eve. Good last day of June. On this beauteous day, 86 degrees here right now in New York City at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a real ball burner, whatever the hell that means. It's going to be a real scorcher coming up. Okay, I've got done with the weather. Now, we're going to be talking tonight about a variety of things, a melange, a pastiche, a myriad, a mosaic, a veritable cornucopia of topics as we end this June. And we say to you, thank you for your support. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for weighing in and the like. We have so much to discuss, dear friends. But as you know, a subject which is very important, that is important to me, and that is the idea of what happens when the stuff hits the fan and you are without the ability to protect yourself and your family. What, pray tell, are you going to do? And the first thing is, if you had to leave your home, I mean fast. Nobody has everything. You don't have things ready to go. And have you gone through the checklist? No. The best way possible is to let the experts do it for you. Just have it there ready to go. It's called a bug out bag. It sounds kind of silly, but it's anything but. And that's why you should listen very carefully to this. When disaster hits, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall back on what you already prepared. Wildfires, floods, hurricanes, tornadoes, blackouts, EMP and grid attacks, riots, disaster. Get it? And when the warning comes, there's no time to search for flashlights or bottled water or first aid supplies while your family waits at the door. That's why My Patriot Supply created the fully stocked bug out bag. You've got to get this. It's a rugged, grab and go tactical backpack packed with 60 emergency essentials, including food, water, shelter, fire, starting tools, lighting, first aid, and more. Everything is already packed and ready right out of the box. Keep one in your car, your home, your RV, your office, your cabin, because emergencies never make appointments. And right now, you can get $100 off plus free shipping for a limited time. So act now. There will be no special invitation in life. Disaster always comes unannounced. Get prepared now. Go to preparewithlionel.com. That's preparewithlionel.com and click the link today. That's right, my friends. And it's very, very important for you to be ready. In fact, one time, I'll never forget when I first started to advertise with the great people on My Patriot Supply, somebody said, well, I've got a fishing pole. I said, great. He's bringing up piscation. That's good. You're going to go out there during some kind of a nuclear fallout and hunt for bream or fish, rather, for a nice walleye. For the love of God, people they always say, I don't need that. You don't? No, I've got banana chips and jerky. I'm doing great. All right, my friends. You know our friend Ms. Candace. Ms. Candace is driving people nuts. Absolutely, positively nuts. Absolutely. She's driving them crazy. And what's so wonderful about the whole thing is that it's so wonderful. And this is the most important thing to do. This is it, my friends. This is what you must understand. And we must grasp the very notion of what's happening. Can you think of anybody today, right now, who is more powerful than she? Do you know this? Do you know anyone? Does anyone know? Are you familiar with this? Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Is there anybody, simply put, answer my question? Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm just reviewing some of these. This is so good. There's a wonderful, there's such wonderful things for me to consider. Do you believe that there is anybody bigger right now than she is? Anybody? Do you? Anybody? Anybody feel that? Do you understand? Is there anything? Is there anybody else better? And I'm looking, just perusing some of these things. Anybody? Anybody? Is there anyone here? By the way, the word grift is used too much. It's incorrect. The word is not grift. I don't even know why. I don't think people really know what even grift means. Grift for your mill, so to speak. This and receipts. Bring the receipts. She's got the receipts. This isn't a grift. It's not a con. You're not, I don't understand where this comes from. How is it that a word can be used so imprecisely and nobody seems to care? Do you understand this? You understand? Did anybody really get this? This is one of those words which is, I think, a problem. But whether people like it or not, and I know they don't like it, because some people just have to have something to hate. They just have to hate somebody, and Candace is it. And Candace loves it. Loves it, because here's the best part. If you're not hated, you're not cared about. You don't matter. Somebody goes, oh, there's something worse than that. Oh, she's great. Now, I'm not suggesting that you have to be, it's the only way is to be loathed, but you've got to go on, you got to make a stand, and you've got to make some people angry, because I think I think you're missing the point if you think you're going to be just a nice guy all the time. And I listen, I think they're great. I think Tucker has done more. Tucker has hit more frequencies of listening. He's huge in the quote MAGA thing. Do you understand this? It's big. I think they come part and parcel. Absolutely, positively, 100%. You've got to understand this. Now, and by the way, this is not meant of just being an acolyte, a minion, somebody who just says, oh, I just love her. This isn't who's your favorite Beatle. That's not what this is about. We're talking about what she is saying and what she is doing and what she is promoting, which is very, very, very critical. Now, everybody is getting in on the thing. And I want to just go through a couple of things with you. And no, I come across these people, and my latest favorite, speaking of the grift, is this dude who's very good, very smart, but he's made out to be the debater. He's the greatest debater of all time. And it's not really debating. You mean he knows the subject? No, he's a debater. Is he a master debater? You know the old joke. He's a debater. He's debating. Don't you understand? He's debating. My God, he's so great. Who is he? Andrew Wilson. Have you heard of Andrew Wilson? He's very good. He knows his stuff. But they're making it out to be a debate. And it just so happens he talks to people who are morons. So how he figures this out, I have no idea. It's not that he's a good debater. He talks to people who don't know what they're doing. This is so sad. They'll take a bunch of these OnlyFans girls. Have you seen them? They got low cut this and a lot of, piercings and tattoos, and they'll debate these women and say, come on, that's not even fair. That's it? Is that the debate? So I'm not really, I haven't followed everything he's done, but I'm just saying, he's a debater. Go up against somebody who's really good regarding the particular thing you're going after. Don't pick some idiot. Everything does not have, like when we've said, I've used the word master debater about 5 minutes ago, and people are just catching on. He's a master debater. We've been talking about that. Oh, you have? You mean I wasn't the only one who did that joke? No, you didn't make that joke. We've been joking about it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, you do now. All righty. I'm kidding, of course. But anyway, he talks to people who are, okay. But here's the story. Supposedly, or as some people say, supposedly, he went to the TPUSA headquarters to teach them how to debate. Can you imagine getting this Blake Neff and teaching this jadrul how to debate? No, stop debating. Just close up shop. Let other people come in who know what they're doing, people who are nice. You're not it. Colvit's not it. None of these people have it. None of these. And sure as hell, Erica better get nowhere near this. Absolutely. Because you can't debate. Why? Because she's a widow. She's a widow. She's a widow. You can't debate a widow, but so stupid. They keep it. Listen, keep it up. Keep it up. But anyway, here's this dude, Andrew Wilson, and his comment regarding his plans. And listen, look at this attitude. Tell me what this is to you.
Where'd you go for a week? Well, TPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters. So that's what I did. Went over to their Capitol compound.
What is the way he's? What is this? Is this like cool? I don't understand it. What is he? Is he like in a lounge? Is he in a lingerie? What is this? This soft lighting and the purples. Am I down? Okay. Is this a long story there, Andy?
In Arizona. And I started training their debaters.
Did you bring that verve, that level of excitement? Oh, take your time.
See, I was not very thrilled.
Who's not very thrilled? I'm having a hard time with this.
Not very thrilled.
Why?
The course trajectory of how these campus debates might go.
By the way, that's not a good thing to do, is to talk about trajectory in terms of debates. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, punny, very punny. I'm going to put you in the penitentiary, you paranomasiac. Okay? He probably doesn't even realize that. But don't say trajectory, or don't say pull the trigger, or 18 with a bullet, or anything along those lines.
The course trajectory of how these campus debates might go without them having the correct talking points and knowing how to do the correct debates.
Oh, because he's the expert. He's the expert. You people aren't anything. You people are shit compared to him. This is the man. He's a debater. He's so good. Can't you tell? Can't you see? You don't know anything. You're not even. You can't even carry his jock. Listen now, and by the way, did I say scintillating? Scintillating. I'm horripilating. I'm rubescent.
Hey, where'd you go for a week? Well, TPUSA.
Oh, for God's sake, what the? I can't put you through this anymore. Dear God, what is that about? I'm a debater. Yes, I'm only good at talking to somebody, half naked with tats and piercings. And by the way, the real debate, for the proposition, that kind of stuff. No, we really don't debate, okay? You understand it? Now, the bottom line is, don't tell people how great you are. I'm a debater. I'm a debater. But look, everybody's got to have their shtick. Now, here's this guy. I told you, this jadrul. Well, I shouldn't say he's not a jadrul. His name is Andrew Bustamante. And Andrew Bustamante looked like Haku. Did you ever see Haku? The Samoan? Actually from Tonga. He has a wild hair. Haku, also known as Ming or Mang or Ming, which is a short for Ming, or Ming, which means, anyway. But Haku was famous one time for biting off a man's nose in a bar. He's one of these people who cannot handle his liquor. And they lost all his money. He was in a fight. Every wrestler said he was the toughest, most dangerous of them all. Ming or Haku. And he had this wild, crazed, it's not an afro, it's just wild hair. Well, anyway, that's what this Bustamante looked like. Because Bustamante had that crazy hair like that with a little barrette, kind of like a barrette in his hair. Did you see him? In any event, he decided to cut his hair, which is the stupidest damn thing I've ever heard in my life, because that's how people knew him. Because he used to be with the CIA, and he talks a lot of anyway. This guy never did anything for me, because my buddy John Kiriakou came in and just owned it. Van Enken, Livia says Bustamante is ridiculous. No me diga, chica. Yo no quiero trouble. Que te pica, chico. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. By the way, all super chats especially mean a lot. You know why? It's the last day of the month. So anything that we score, any type of currency, any shekel, any currency, any pecunia, any soldi, any nickels, dimes, trinkets, shekels, anything. Today's the last day. We start all over again tomorrow. So if you feel like being beneficent, if you feel like I've changed your life, if you say, that son of a gun, I want to give him something, now's the time to do it. No pressure. No pressure. I'm just saying, it's the truth. And I always speak the truth. Because this is it. This is it. So anyway, Bustamante. They ask him questions about, first of all, this guy, he's trying his best. He cut his hair. I don't know what the hell that's about. Again, his only claim to fame, is his hair. And now they're asking him questions about, listen to this, about Candace and whether she's a psychopath. What the does this guy know? Listen to this.
All right. So everything that you have seen and spoken about.
By the way, he looks excited. I didn't even recognize him without his hair. Everyday Spy, that's the name of his channel. And when you wear a t-shirt that's got the name, it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's okay. Anyway, check a hold of this Brit chick.
Today, on a scale of 1 to 10, how accurate do you think Candace Owens is on her assessment of Erica Kirk being a psychopath?
1.
And I'm giving her
assessment of Erica Kirk being a psychopath.
1. And I'm giving her 1.
Because he used to work for the CIA, and now he's an expert on psychopathy. Who the is this guy? Who is he? How do you know? I'll give you a 2. I think you might be a psychopath or a grifter without the receipts. How do you like that story? Dana Lynn, God, see that? She understands beauty and philanthropy and beneficence. Thank you, Dana Lynn. Let's hear more of this guy. I hope you're not eating because you'll puke.
Because I would never have the hubris to think that I am perfectly correct.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Look at this. My eye. There's Livia. Thank you, Livia. Thank you. It's the last day. Operators are standing by. We're trying to build that new chapel. Anyway. He doesn't have his fire. I think he lost his hair. He lost his mind.
There's room for me to be wrong on this.
Don't keep telling. Don't start off with Tucker does that sometimes. I'm going to tell Tucker to stop. I'm wrong. I can be wrong. Don't tell people you're wrong. Don't tell people you're wrong, and don't say I don't know. Answer the question. I'm just saying. So already he's telling me, look at this, Ames. Look at this. Even musicians know not to wear shirts that boost their own name. That is fake and gay. That's terrible. I know you're not supposed to do this. Oh, Fit Call Chick says, My Sicilian cousin left me a voicemail about plans for the divorce. He said, call me back, you chadrul. It made me think of you and laugh. Love you, Lionel. Chidrulo is also a cucumber. Sometimes it's a squash. But jadrul is like Gavon is like the Americanization of that. Look at this one. CJR's. Many thanks, Lionel. This is beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful. Thank you. So this guy, he says, well, I don't know what I'm talking about.
But with what we've reviewed today and with what Candace has said and with the evidence that she pointed to, she is fundamentally flawed.
Now, that does not mean she's a psychopath. Now, wait. He doesn't understand anything about this. Listen, I make the argument that she's not smart enough to be a psychopath. But I know a hell of a lot more about this than he does.
I would say to anybody subscribed to Candace Owens, you owe it to yourself to immediately unsubscribe from Candace Owens.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Who do you think? Who is this guy? Does Candace wear a t-shirt that says Candace Owens? No, she doesn't have to. This guy, he's lost his fire. He's like desperate. Unsubscribe? Why? Who are you? Why should I? The hell I am.
You hate it that much.
You don't need to watch any video. You don't need to comment on it. You don't need to like it. You should do everything you can to save your engagement, to keep that kind of opinion from propagating.
Why?
Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
What's wrong with it?
But everything I've seen is that was a malicious, intentionally malicious opinion.
What opinion? What are you talking about?
Intended to do harm
to who?
By twisting factual clips, videos, and statements from other people.
What?
That is what is the worst part of our society.
Why?
That's not saying Candace Owens is the worst part of our society, but it is saying that Candace has to decide for herself.
Why?
If she is going to amplify malicious and misinformation, or if she is going to dig deeper to find meaningful information. I am nobody compared to you, Candace, but that is bullshit. And you go to sleep at night knowing that we put this stuff out.
What is it?
Knowing that there's a better way. And she owes it to all of us. To have more journalistic integrity. When she puts out an opinion like that.
What are you talking about?
That is a moral responsibility for anybody who has even one person listening to them. That, based on the evidence that we reviewed today, that was poison from Candace Owens.
Tale doco, iddo. Hey, figlio de puttana. Fangulo. Pa fangulo. As my friend Pat Cooper would go, he'd do this with I don't know what the two fingers in the hands were. What is he saying? Janie Bake says, I love when this big CIA guy pretends to cry for Erica. John Kiriakou ate his lunch, moron. Absolutely. Kiriakou knows his stuff. No, Kiriakou knows his stuff. This guy's like, he's just, what is that? And I'm sure his agent said, what did you do? Did you wear a t-shirt? What are you, a schmuck? What if a t-shirt is a schmuck? I'm a schmuck. I'm a schmuck. I'm a loser. And by the way, nice hair. What is that? What are these? What does she take, a razor blade and it cuts in her? What's the matter with these people? What's the matter with these people? Oh, I would love to go because, see, he doesn't know the facts. He knows, hey, let me tell you something there, Bustamante. What do you think about a woman who, after her husband, who, by the way, mics herself up so that when she lies on top of her husband's dead body and says, I love you. Did you get that? Did you get that? This grief performance, this performative grief, this kabuki-like grief. Unbelievable. Our good friend, La Conquistadora. Oh, La Conquistadora says, I'm going to watch more Candace. You better believe it. You go, girl. Absolutely. Doctora Latina says, pontification. He basically said that he reviewed some information today and he's basing everything about Candace's research of the Charlie Kirk death on his review of the One Day Late. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I spent a lot of time, I hope you're following me on X today. I spent a lot of time talking to these people, and they're going after Neffy and everybody else and saying, here's what's going on. This is where you're making a mistake. This is where you're making a mistake. See, I love when people think when it comes to the case that all of a sudden they're experts in the legal matter, because a lot of us who have been doing this for a long time say, listen, we understand how this thing goes. But to be found guilty under the law does not necessarily mean you did or didn't do something. But see, but this is listen, with every one of these people, they're out there. You know what? There's some people, and I swear to you, I'll never mention their names. Some people, they're out there, they're trying their best. They say, you know what I can do? I think I'm just going to jump on this Candace bandwagon. Okay. Well, first of all, if you're gonna say you agree, you agree with the Candace, have at least the ability to list, to adumbrate, dare I say, to provide something ad seriatim, to at least give you some kind of a linear concatenation, a layered approach of why, starting off with a prolegomenon, kind of a review and adumbration, and they say, here's why I believe it. I don't start off with the premise, I like Candace, so she's my friend, and I'm going to work backwards. No, she's spot on. I didn't know her. I think I know her now, but it's like, it's not about her. It's about the fact. It's about the truth. Our good friend Tish Hay says, Lionel, you might be the best thing on the internet. So glad I found you. And I'm glad I found you, Tish. Tish the dish. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for that. This is where, but let's have some fun times, okay? This was my new show called What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Now, any lesbians here? Just kidding. But there might be. We used to call them, as we say in the South, lesbians. It's a lesbian. What? From Lisbon? No, lesbian. Oh, lesbian. We don't even use that word anymore. Now it's, I don't know what they go. And it didn't really matter, but we've all known. Did you have somebody maybe in your neighborhood like, why does Aunt Marcy live with that woman? Well, they're good friends, and you kind of knew something, but it was no big deal. They might look a little bit like, maybe like nuns. Do you ever notice that? Do you ever see like we had a couple in our neighborhood, you know what I mean? We didn't know, but maybe she lived alone or maybe she lived with her, whatever. And it's no big. What I'm trying to say is nobody cared. Nobody wore their sexuality like a t-shirt, like Bustamante does. Now there's this group of people. When we had the New York Pride thing, these are called dykes for something. Look who it is. There's Lolly. Lolly Pilgrim Ships, I like this, says, this is in honor of Lady Candace on her vacation, going to join her book club, and now thanks to this, Jack. Now, thanks to this, Jack. You can say that's good. Jackets. He's a huge culón, which in Cuban is like a big culo. Thank you, Lolly. I appreciate that immensely. Now, this is the question. I've got a friend of mine. I've known him for 35 years at least. Been in the business. One of the smartest guys in the world. And I always tell people, I said, gay as a $3 bill. And we laugh about this. I said, this guy is so gay, but he's a friend. And you may or may not know, but he always says, what is with this? And I asked him, I said, why do people decide, first of all, are you proud? I asked him, are you proud that you're gay? Are you proud? Are you? Seriously, are you proud that you're right-handed, left-handed proud? I'm proud I have blue eyes. I'm proud. Proud is some kind of an accomplishment. I did something. I hit some level of something or other that I actively am proud of. No, I said, well, first of all, what is the matter with you people? And second of all, what's with all this trans stuff? He goes ballistic. He says, I don't know what this T stuff is about. I didn't know this. He said, he's been gay his whole life. He said, we didn't have this trans stuff until recently. He says, I don't even think half of these people, have you noticed this? I don't think half of these people are really trans. I think there are people who just will say they are. I swear to you, I want to do this, but this is weird. And I think we learned this pretty much when we had people who tattooed themselves. I want to find out what it is, why they do this. And I want to ask, by the way, what's the effect of all that ink it's going to have on their body and their health later on down the line? Because that ink cannot be good. But I'll bet you if all of a sudden, if we put out a fake story that says it's going around, it's catching on, like the famed Japanese, the Yakuza, they cut off their fingers. Let's see if people cut off their fingers. Look. I'll bet you people to do it. I'll bet you could tell people, there are people who are trans, huh? There are people who are transsexual. What? There are people who have their own pronouns, their own what? Their own pronouns, yeah. Should I have a pronoun? Yeah, okay. And you can be you can be a unicorn or an onion ring or whatever you want. Really? And they'll do it. Now, granted, there might be somebody who's said, I've been like this my whole life, and finally I can, I can admit it. I think these people are, some of them. Anyway, so what's the point of this? First of all, I want you to imagine, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. Imagine getting a man who weighs about 300 pounds, the ugliest man you've ever seen in your life. I mean, a man completely devoid of anything even remotely aesthetic. No pulchritudinous, nothing. Just somebody who looks like I don't know what, okay? And watch these young ladies who, by the way, refer to themselves using this self-professed dyke word. But ask yourself, what exactly are they accomplishing with and by this? Look at this. Check this one out. Look at this on the left. Look at that one. When the dykes go marching in. Look at this. Look at the one there front. Whoa. They caught this, ladies and gentlemen. What is the purpose of this? What are you accomplishing? Are you recruiting people? Are you assuaging our fears? Livia says, un grande testa de cazzo. Yeah, that's right. Or testa de malaminga. Or, as we say in the Cubans, we say, come mierda. Absolutely. Why? None of us care. Why would you do this? Why? How? Where do you think, hey, this is going to win some favor? Why? I look like hell. I look like Rosie Greer, with a glandular problem. My God. I want to have a show called, what the fuck is this all about? What is this? Followed by a show called, what the fuck are they talking about? What are they talking about? Or all this series is called, I know a guy named Kenneth C. Davis. He has this thing called Don't Know Much. Don't know much about the history. Don't know much about this. Don't know much about weather. Don't know much about ignorance. Don't know much about history. I want to call it the What the Fuck series. They all just got back from Disney World. Yeah, Disney World. Have you noticed two things? Let me ask you something. Two things. Disney World. Unless grown man going to Disney World. Amanda says, first time super chatter ever. I love you, Lado. You remind me so much of my pawpaw who was passed. Love all your funny little sayings. That's good. Thank you. Listen, that's the best thing in the world. Did you hear Candace's story about her grandfather? Sharecropper bought the land back. Oh, by the way, how about this? Those Royal Caribbean or those Carnival cruises. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? What the hell is this all about? And you can't say it. Well, I don't know. What's the matter? Well, there's a lot of, what? Well, what? No, I'm just saying. No, say it. Well, there's a lot of people, they fight and they get drunk and who? What? What are you talking about? Who are these people? Can you imagine being on a Carnival cruise and you can't leave? And they're throwing shit off of the... Dear God. It's insanity. This fighting and the Chipotle, and they're hitting each other. What's going on here? Oh, I've got many a black friend who said it's called black fatigue, and it's their version of it. What is happening? So we got this one over here doing when the Saints go march again. We got Carnival. What's happening? I mean, this is a celebration of, and I'm thinking, why do you think, why must you get together and fight? Let me ask you something. Do you think it's fun to go out and fight? To go on some ship where I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand it. How about what's happening in the NBA? How about that great Caitlin Clark? Oh. And Sophie? This is so great. And that Griner, that Brittany Griner. Oh, have you heard? What are you talking about that? Who are you? I'm Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, what happened to you? What do you mean? I think they maybe gave you a little bit of the, you're a woman? Yeah. She's the only one who's like, really? Normally you could say, I'm not sure. This is a dude. And this is a woman rather, who went to Russia, thought she'd bring her vapes along filled with THC, and Putin was going to lock her ass up. So they traded her for Victor Boot, the weapons, the doctor of death. And Boot is interviewing Tucker Carlson. He says, I'm kind of humiliated. They trade me for Brittany Griner, this kind of half-assed basketball player. In any event, have you seen the racism? Did you see they're doing a Derek Chauvin? They're doing an Eric or a George Floyd on poor Caitlin Clark, who's the baddest. She is great. Steph Curry. And guess what? Everybody in the NBA, Steph Curry, LeBron James, by the way, LeBron's last game, he's out of there because he's 41 and they're going to kick his ass out. It's over. Okay. Anyway, him go down the list. Shaquille, anybody, Barkley, anybody of note, Larry Bird, they love Caitlin Clark. And they're calling out these referees who are allowing these thugs, these criminal thugs, these felons to commit aggravated battery on this woman. And somebody says, don't say that, that's racist. Says, let me tell you something. They said the same thing about Bill Laimbeer for the Pistons. Remember that for Detroit? He was the worst. He was nothing compared to this. Bill Laimbeer, they said he's a white dude. They called him a thug, and he was nothing compared to these. I don't know who these are. That Angel Reese and the other one. Oh. Anyway, Caitlin Clark's going to make clear a $50 million. And guess Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan loves her. And now for the first time, people are watching WNBA. I would go see Caitlin Clark. I wouldn't go to a basketball game. I've never seen a basketball game in my life. Professional, never. Saw the Globetrotters with Curly Neal, Meadowlark Lemon as a kid. Gosley. Anyway, not Gosley. This is wild. And they're so stupid. And what they do is they realize, you idiot, she's going to give you more money. You need Caitlin Clark. But oh, no. But there comes Sophie. So she was pointing to somebody, and I forget whatever this thug comes up and says, don't you point at me. She said, well, you shouldn't have said that. He goes, all right, she was going like that. She was like doing this ceremonious. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I love it. And this Caitlin Clark, I think she's like a Steph Curry. Listen to me. I know a few names. She's incredible. She's incredible. And the best part is, it's a bunch of white chicks in the WNBA, and they're better. Have you seen? Oh God, I've got to show you this thing. I have got to show you. Please bear with me. I just thought about this, and this is the fun. Where is this? Just bear with me. You'll be glad. You must see this. Where the hell is this thing? Yes. It's this thing. Okay, here we go. Where is this? Oh, yeah. Hang on. Go to Angel Reese Lowlights. Is this it? Me Bounds. You got to see this. Angel Reese. This is some of the best stuff I have ever seen. I got to show you. Just work with me on this. Is this the one? Here we go. This is. Oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. Hang on, I've got to do this. I gotta do this. See, I'm doing my own. See, it's little on me. I'm just doing my whole production here. My whole production. This is just phenomenal. Watch this. Angel Reese is the one who's she's got those stupid Cardi B, those lashes that if you stuck your head out of a window, you'd be hit. In any event, watch this. This is absolutely great. Hang on. I'm sorry. So it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Back to reality. Let's go back here. Go like this and that. That's right. You can learn to do your own production at home, like I do. Okay. If you've seen this before, you know what I'm talking about. I watch these, and I don't laugh. I don't do a lot of laughing, but I make an exception with this. Okay, this is from and I'll get the name of this, but here we go. There we go. Now watch this. This is Angel Reese missing everything.
Angel Reese special edition long twos. Let's get it. This is now America's favorite shot. Bang! Going on the campaign trail. Make bad shots great again. Bang! The fun fact for you. Did you know she is shooting 26% from 16 to 24 feet this year? Bang! My math is done correctly. That means you have a better chance of being struck by lightning than seeing Angel Reese knock in a long two. Bang! How does that one AJR song go? Bang, bang, bang! Teammates don't even want to pass her the ball. Look at the hesitation on that. No, stop it! She recently called herself a stretch 4 on her own podcast. I guess that means pigs must be flying now. For Celsius, Red Bull, or bang! Stop using that jab. Stop. They are not guarding you. They are giving you plenty of space to shoot the ball. You're cooking now, brother. Jab long 2, butter pecan, bang! That's my stretch 4 queen. My.
I love this. Angel Reese is a thug, and she is the worst. And here comes Caitlin, who's just. This is like a Cinderella story, as they say. And the best part about it is that Caitlin Clark is making this thing worthwhile. This is fantastic. She's a brick house. Absolutely the worst. She's awful. Terrible. Now, there are some who are very, very good. And Angel, she's the worst. This one hitting her, knocking into our girl Caitlin. Oh, no. And when you've got everybody in the NBA from Michael to this, I call them by their first name because, I know them. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, wait a minute. Why are you going to say this guy again? First of all, I don't understand. Would somebody do me a favor? Can we go up to Tatum's home, Brandon Tatum, go over to Tater's house and say, Tate, listen, Hud, bud, pal, coach, sport, this isn't for you. I mean, we got we've got the big debater. We got this guy. We got the big debater.
Hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters.
Okay, fine, terrific. Right, that guy, he's a debater. But at least you can understand what he's saying. At least he speaks English. At least he can put words in front of other words and use sentences and syntax and tense, and is vaguely cogent. Here is the guy. Somebody said we're going to send out Tatum to go after Erica. So help me God, there was no need for me to call out the obvious. Listen to this, and he thinks that his particular style is endearing. Okay, here comes Tater.
What are you doing here?
That's a great question. I asked myself that. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? That man died. I'm not coming out this wife.
That man die. Can you, Madam Court Reporter, could you read that back, please? That man die. That man die.
What are you doing here? That man die. I'm not coming out this wife.
And that's good news, by the way. There's a sigh of relief that he's not coming after. I think he means he's not going to be excoriating, or dare I say execrating her by saying, some terrible, terrible thing. Women Way Out Weigh-In says, you are the best, and I'm proud to be a member. Keep it up. You are well loved by your audience. That is the nicest thing anybody could say. Thank you for that. Thank you. And I understood what you said. Unlike this.
Erica Kirk got a pass unless she do something criminal.
Now, listen. Can you read that back, please? See, I used to love to do. Can you read that back? Could you please? Is it possible to read that back? Okay. And you think somebody at home says, Tater, you gotta. Are you saying this on purpose? You must be 50 years old. I don't know how old you are, but did you not ever hear anybody speak?
She say something off. She say something weird. She wears something crazy. She does something awkward or something. It's fine. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's my brother's wife.
That's my brother's wife. Possessives, apostrophes, tense. I have time for that. I got time for that. He's trying to say that they're talking about Erica by what she's wearing, and that this is mean by virtue of what she's wearing. That's it.
I consider Charlie like a brother to me. That's
Charlie's
my brother's wife. Hey, she off limits, bro. You can't talk about her.
See, he's going to say, let me see if I can translate. He considers Charlie to be a brother of his, and any type of defamatory statement, any type of anti-uxorious reference. Fit Cali chick, ladies and gentlemen, hang on. Fit Cali chick is in the house. He is going to prevent you from saying anything negative or contrary regarding his brother's wife, Charlie.
Now that you got a problem with me.
Now you've got a problem with him. Now you've got to go through him. Because look at him right now. See that guy? You do not want a problem with him. First of all, if he ever called you out, you say, huh? What? Well, you want to do what? If he demanded that you do something, you say, one more time, please. You want me to do what exactly? I'm sorry. Can somebody help me with this? What are you saying?
That's how I want my friend to treat my wife if I pass away.
Okay. Don't mock his wife after you pass away. Good. What if your wife were to squander your name, your image, your likeness, your caricature? What if your wife cared nothing about who actually killed you and just signed on with the government? How would you like that? Wouldn't that be weird? Would everybody say, no, Tater, we're trying to help. We want to go after the real person or persons that killed your brother and your friend and everything. Do you not understand this? Do you not understand this? What would you think, Tater, if when you died, your wife went through these theatrical exercises, these kabuki-like performative grief signalings where you're mic'd up, laying over your body, I love you. So people can hear it And then 6 days later, miraculously snap out of it. 6 days later, showing this resilience and this undivided attention to sale metrics. What'd you think about that, Tater?
Now I know you got my back and you gonna take care of me, make sure my wife good.
I don't know what he said.
If the man didn't love Erica, he wouldn't have been married to her.
Is that true? I think for the most part, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that one. Yeah. I don't know if that's true in reverse, because I've always been suspect of her. I always thought she saw him as the gravy train. And Charlie didn't know what happened. Because Charlie said he was a virgin when he got married. And I'll bet you she tore him up. I'll bet you gave him the high hard one and the who shot John and the what for. I bet you had a headboard coma. I bet you she did stuff. Came the Cleveland necktie. The Orlando reach around. And let me tell you something. I'll bet you he said, this is wow. Now I know what I'm missing, right? She saw him coming. She knows exactly what she was doing, right?
And then the people you can't be his friend if you turn his wife down.
If you turn his wife down? I don't even know what that means.
Why you didn't tear her down when he was alive?
Oh, tear her down. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My bad, as the kids would say.
Why y'all didn't tear Erica down and talk trash about her when he was alive?
See, these pauses, that's not me. That's him. He's thinking, what do I say now? What am I saying? Where am I going? Anybody give me a hint? Anybody? Help me here. Anybody? And who's he looking at? Who is he? Tater, we're over here.
I don't understand.
That's apparent. That's the first thing you said where I most wholeheartedly agree, sir. Okay.
And people come after me and they go, oh, you say you were a cop.
That is hard to believe. The fact that you had a gun and you had arrest powers and you were charged with having at least a modicum, a rudimentary understanding of the Constitution, that you could deny people of their civil liberties, that you could detain suspects or let the wrong ones go. Yeah. I kind of share that sense of awe over that. Come on.
I knew Charlie. Y'all didn't know Charlie.
Oh, he knew him? Did you know that? News to me. Who knew?
I spent time with Charlie. Y'all never knew Charlie.
Okay.
I knew Charlie before y'all even knew anything about TPUSA and politics.
Really? How?
I considered him to be a friend to me.
How? Tell us.
You think I don't want to know who killed him?
How?
First time I've ever cried in my life publicly.
Oh! First time he's ever cried publicly. Okay.
And my wife had never seen me cry before.
His wife. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you believe that? I mean, maybe. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Until Charlie died and I was on a live stream and I cried. You think I don't want justice for Charlie Kirk?
Apparently not. Because either that, Tater, or you just misunderstand everything that Candace and Barron and other people, and I would like to include myself in the process of going through this meticulously. And you, as an officer or somebody who worked with the courts, would understand we've got a very, very serious reasonable doubt problem here. But apparently, you consider that to be going after his wife or something. It's a pause.
I've been supporting them before Charlie met Erica Kirk.
And you notice how he keeps adding on, but before he went to school, before he was conceived, I knew before his parents were, yeah, that's it. Before his parents were born, I'm a time traveler. Yeah, that's it.
You think I don't want justice for Charlie?
He just keeps saying this. Yes. Tell me why. And you think that I don't care about justice? Yes. And you think I first time I ever cried publicly. I knew him before you. I I knew him before my wife. I knew him before I even knew what the word know and knew meant. Okay? I was born knowing him. I had in my brain some type of a device placed by some, I don't know if you would call them extraterrestrials, that told me who he was before he was even born. I knew this. And you think, Tater, get on with it. I'm not done yet. And he's pausing. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. But you know what? He makes me laugh. And you know why? He makes me laugh. And the reason why he makes me laugh is that, like other people, sometimes people don't know what they're doing. They don't know. Some people just say, well, what's wrong with what I did? What's wrong with what I did? What are you saying to me? Why are you saying this to me? And there are people who, believe it or not, who say, you know what? Erica, and I have never, ever said or believed that she had anything to do directly or indirectly. And you can define indirectly all you want. Nor has Candace ever said anything. But there's always been this thing. There's always been this behavior. There's always been this, I don't know what you want to call it, this look that sometimes when she gets angry, she goes from crying to this angry. You know what I mean?
It seems to me that nothing will ever be enough for the evil in this world.
To evil, and they talk about that in the... Look, Tater, if you don't know what's going on, I can't tell you, buddy. I can't help you. I can't help you. All I know is this. Candace is driving these people nuts. Absolutely nuts. And I will say this, as I've told you, I have no interest whatsoever in her. Never knew anything about her. Until the casket. That was it for me. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Still can't believe it. Still can't. And then later on, once you kind of know what to look for, you say, oh my God, I've never seen this. But anyway, but the good news is that they're going to take, what's his face? They're going to take Neffy Neff. And you know what? He's going to learn how to debate.
Go for a week. Well, TPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters.
TPUSA took me to get those debaters. And I'm going to take some taters and tomatoes down to debaters. That's how I'm going to do it. Because I'm a debater. Now, you may wonder, why do I enjoy some particular prowess? Why? Well, very frankly, this. I debate people who are mildly or severely retarded. Or people that we get off the street. Sometimes we will slip anxiolytics into their drink, cause them to get goofy, and I will debate them. We got to make sure that we never, ever select anybody who has an IQ over that of a speed bump, a soap dish, or a dart. Preferably, we want somebody who looks the part, somebody who can eat an apple through a picket fence, and somebody who covers the intellectual spectrum from A to B, somebody who thinks that veto powers is an Italian spy pilot. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for dumb dimwits, iconas, Boeotians. We're looking for the stupex or the stupices. We're looking for the homegrown, the profoundly daft. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to go down there. And I'm going to train them. Why? Because I'm self-appointed. And I'm going to take Tater with me for the finer points, for the pregnant pause. A person who basically throws everything away up to and including grammar and the rudiments of self-expression. Look who it is. It is Nola Bo Mom. Thank you, Mom. Very, very nice of you. It's uneven. Every day I think to myself, what are we doing? And what I keep telling these people, like I would tell Tater, that we can go right into court right now. Let's go. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, can you link this rifle up? No. That's it. Thank you. Not guilty. Check it off. We'll go right now. Go straight to closing if you want. There's no case here. But let me ask you something. I don't know if you were around here, but I remember the OJ case. And it was never like this. The people were pretty substantial. I mean, you had some people that were wild. You had, I mean, there was nobody who was, Marsha Clark, and you had Christopher Darden, and you had, Barry Scheck and other people. Do you remember how great this was? Mac Florida 911 says the casket video she sold ads for was the nail in the coffin for me on the widow. Charlie's kids will have to watch that one day. Shame on her and all who don't shame her, in my opinion. I agree. It is so. And to sell, you can take a picture in a mock-up of the canopy where he lost his life. You can do that. You can take a picture under the canopy where Charlie lost his life. And where's the car? The car was sold. Did you see that there? Am I even seeing this? Unbelievable. And look, you can say, look. You can say, even Tater would say this. Tater would say, look, if you think that Erica's hands off, okay, fine. I dig it. But what this is about is something else. This is a little something different. This is something different. This is not something about her. It's about the case. It's about what's happening there. We're talking about that. And what we're doing is, one of the reasons why the exploding mic is so important is that it goes to show you that the official theory doesn't make any sense. So let me ask you something. When Tyler Robinson is acquitted, because you don't have any information or any evidence to connect in any way him to culpability or the like, what are you going to do? Are you going to look any further? Not at all. Oh, well, and it's going to go away. They don't give a shit. Now, if you want to live like that, Tater, if you're happy with this, if you don't have any thoughts regarding the paucity, the dearth of evidence, and you have no problem with proceeding, then join me in going to the nearest church, and lighting every holy candle, thanking God that you're nowhere near a badge and a gun. Because either you are corrupt yourself or as retarded as you sound, one of the two. For anybody to sit there and say, oh, this is a good case. It's a good, solid case. You know who was there? You know who was a real schmuck? This Rob Schneider. Remember Rob Schneider? Rob Schneider was on this SNL, and he did this today, and I said, I can't believe it. I can't believe you. Oh, and he quoted a real maroon. I won't mention his name because he doesn't deserve your attention. And I said, I can't believe you. You believe this? Is that what you think because his whole thing is the conservative element, the conservative entertainment industry rejected me. And now I'm out trying to make my bones, trying to get back in the circuit by saying things that are, pro whatever, conservative. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. This is conservative. Have you seen what's happening right now? Have you seen what a disaster this birthday 250 is going to be? It's going to be awful. It's going to be awful. And it kills me. It's like, why are we letting this happen? Don't let any celebration of our country go down. Nobody's paying attention to anything. Oh, but they're going to be there. And they're going to blame other people for whatever it is. And we're going to probably lose the House for sure. Senate, I don't know. This is scary. And you've got these people walking around, these so-called, these conservatives who think, well, I'm going to come up. I'm going to show people. And they talk about stuff that's really simple. Men playing in women's sports, but that's not it. They couldn't explain to you what conservatism is or what the reason for it is. We are so on our own my dear friend. We are on our own. I think Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald says that's on my own. We are bereft of leadership. We are awash. We are untethered, unmoored. We are just floating around. This is serious. And the Middle East policy, incoherent. I don't want to go into that. I know you don't want to go into that. But what I'm saying is I'm very scared. Now, I am not a conservative or a liberal or whatever it is. I believe in just truth. And I believe in the Constitution. And I'm telling you, we have so many counterfeit folks out there. Can somebody please tell me who appointed Jared Kushner to be either going to Qatar? He is the envoy. He is negotiating on the part of our country. Who is he? What? Does anybody worry about him like I do? This guy? You don't think there's a conflict of interest when he tells people, yeah, I'm going to make a, oceanfront property, I'm breaking into the Alan Jackson song with this oceanfront property in Gaza? Am I seeing this? So here's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to tell you, do not lose faith in what your heart tells you, what your brain tells you, what your spirit tells you, what the facts tell you. Don't let other people define your politics. Don't let anybody tell you, listen, you have to think this, or if you stray from this, you're going to lose your credentials in that bullshit. Never, 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 ever listen to this. Always follow your heart. Always follow exactly what you believe in, and don't let anybody tell you what to do. Don't let anybody tell you or try to define what it is that you're supposed to believe. And they do this. Now, let me tell you something. There's a couple of things here. This is an article of faith. Number one, Tyler Robinson is not guilty. Certainly at the level of reasonable doubt. But the more we look at it, and it will be either borne out, he might listen, there may be something that later on connects him to something. But right now, the rifle that they have, they cannot connect to him. He is not guilty by operation of law. Period. End of discussion. So the question then is, who is? Number two, why aren't we even looking at the notion of alternative theories? Why not? Why are people like Officer Tater there so upset over the fact that Candace and others and Barron may be correct, may be absolutely correct? Who are these people? Who is this practical and this Gary and Gary? Who's Gary? It's almost as though they're on the take. I'm not saying that, but that would make more sense to me, because if he actually thinks this, if his natural proclivity to dismiss this had nothing to do with Candace, I find that hard to believe. I cannot believe that if it wasn't Candace, let's say it was nobody in particular, there's no way that this tactical expert could possibly look at this and say, yeah, he was hit by a magic 30-06, which did not come from any rifle that we knew, and did the least amount of damage it's ever. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. The fact that I'm even saying this is such an insult to your intelligence and your good grade. So, with that being said, it is a joke. It is a joke. And look what's happening, yes, with Albania, Venezuela. What happened to my country? I don't want to make America great. I want to make Trump great again. I don't know who this guy is. I'm serious. I don't want I don't understand what's happening here. When I have people like Ben Shapiro and Mark Levin and that absolute sycophantic Sean Hannity just lapping with Fetterman, are you watching this? I mean, seriously. Shapiro and Levin, okay. Fetterman too. But Hannity, does he have a piece of the action? Is, Barron going to throw him a bone? Like, listen, there's plenty of room here. There's plenty of lots available. I don't understand anything. And I see so many brave people coming forward, so many brave people like Candace and others who said, this is wrong. This is wrong. Period. End of discussion. In any event, dear friends, didn't we have fun Wasn't this fun? Wasn't this fun? Seriously, wasn't this absolutely fun? Did you not enjoy this? Did you not enjoy this? I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. Did you not enjoy this? These are some of the most important, most critical times ever. I find this to be absolutely fascinating. And here we are every night being able to talk. I mean it. This is so important. Here's somebody who keeps saying, Kushner's bought Trump. Trump bought Trump. This is not exactly the deepest of analyses. But that's okay. I'm not going to. You're entitled to your opinion. That's okay. As long as you're cordial. As long as you're relatively cordial, that's fine. But you could tell people know something's wrong, but they can't say exactly what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm not even going to begin to tell you about the birthright case. I'm not even going to begin to bring that up to you. You will not believe that. Juridically speaking, you will not believe what the Supreme Court and the courts have to say about that. I don't even get into that because people think that the Supreme Court is like a legislature, that they have, like the question is not, hey, do you think that birthright citizenship should be revoked or should be, canceled, versus do you believe the Constitution speaks to that? We will not go there. Imanti says, you're the great Italian reporter. I'm from, Biella, Italy. Dad, Licata, and Mom, Bari. Oh, where in Italy are you from? You look like my Nanno Saverio. Well, my grandmother, so my father's side, my grandmother her family was from Santo Stefano in Sicilia, as they say. But I heard my group growing up, all my aunts and uncles and that sort of thing. This was their pronunciation. Very, very Sicilian, like bedu, idu, that kind of, you can tell this versus Roman, versus other dialects and the like. But either way, the bottom line is this: I am American. I am 100% American. Period. I don't have any hyphenations, no nothing. I was born here, and that's it. And I love this place. But the government has nothing to do with my sense of wanting to keep things the way it is. But anyway, I don't want to go into this kind of a self-serving stuff, but thank you. Please, it's going to be incredible. This is the most important thing, the most critical thing. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for your kindness. Andrea says, good day from Humpty Doo, Oz, Australia. Bless your heart. What the hell time is it there? Dear God. What are you talking about? Look, everybody's come. Let's just tell it. Let's do a roll call on the last day of the month. Let's do a roll call. Look at this. My friend from Abruzzi. But like you, I'm 100% American. Absolutely. Where is everyone from? Tell us where you're from. Let's just go through this right now. We have a lot of people watching, and I just love to see it. It just makes my, especially to think that we are here, 11:15. Oh, it's good, 11:15. That's good in the morning. Michigan, Florida. Oh, Florida. Missouri. What county are you from in Florida? Lafayette. Look at this. Nebraska, Ohio, St. Clair, Mo, London, Arkansas, San Francisco, bless your heart, Pittsburgh, Huntington, Virginia, Adirondack Mountains in New York, Michigan, Missouri, as they say, Missouri, Roma, Prego, Little Mountain, Ohio, Tennessee, New Hampshire, Maryland. I love this. North Carolina, North and Southern. By the way, you can always tell where you're from by the barbecue, actually by the sauce. Fort Oglethorpe, Delaware. I love that. Little Italy of Ohio. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know what's so funny? Belton, Missouri. If you're ever in the New York area and you really want to see legit. Little Italy, no. Downtown, no. Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. That's it. It is superb. Absolutely superb. And how can you not? Who doesn't like, seriously, Italian food? I mean, sometimes you can say, well, I don't want to go into it. Some are kind of an acquired taste, though I like it. I pretty much like everything. But who doesn't like pizza? Now, pizza, of course, is in every ethnicity there is. But we had this growing up. We had this scacciata, which is a different story. Nola says, "Hi, Alano. My kids play a game that we count how many any words we have to look up while watching you. Oh, love you. Isn't that beautiful? Remember, words are the most beautiful thing in the world. I'm learning them every single day. Every day. And the key is to use them in a sentence. Don't just read it, use it. But pizza. We had the scacciata. We had the regular, the pizza with, we called it giri, which is, it's Swiss chard, but giri, it's spelled like Giri, but we called it giri. Scacciata was it's almost like a focaccia, sort of. And then the other ones that my tia Melina, my aunt Carmelina, my grandmother's sister, it would be almost like bread with nothing but olive oil, garlic, and maybe rosemary. That's it. That's the pizza. Oh, wonderful. Who does it? If you ever go, there's a place. Is Cigar Dave here? I don't know if he is. He's the best. Knows how to say cigar. That's a West Tampa way to say it. There's the Madonna Bakery. Has olive bread. Now, black olives. Thinota Sassa. I know it well. Right there off of Fowler. Way out there. Remember Red Barn? Remember the Red Barn? Farmer Jones Red Barn? Anyway. Actually, that was near Lakeland. But anyway, if I told you bread with olives kind of inside, you'd say, okay. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm driving faster, says Turning Point USA sets up a recreation tent scene. Yeah, like the one in Charlie Kirk's assassination from his friends and ex-wife. I know. It's disgusting. That's like having a kind of a rendition of where John Benet Ramsey was in it. It's just nuts, crazy. Oh, you ready for this? Today, Mrs. L was walking back. She had lunch today, by the way, at the Chelsea Hotel. Did you ever hear the Chelsea? Look it up. The Chelsea right there on 23rd Street, right there in Chelsea. This is one of the most famous hotels in New York. Everybody, from Dylan to Hendrix, everybody, every rocker, Patti Smith, Robert Mapplethorpe, everybody lived there. So anyway, so she's walking back. So she went by the guard and she goes, "What the hell's going on here?" You know what it was? She thought, "Oh, this must be something from the World Cup." It was something to do with that stupid Taylor Swift having a party at the wedding at the Garden. I don't know what this had to do with anything, but Taylor Swift at the Garden. You know this guy Kels. They say it's Kelsey, but I understand it's pronounced Kels. He has. I'll bet you, this guy's got a prenup that you can't get near. Why is this 30? I don't know how old she is. Getting married, and why isn't he? Why? It's like I don't know. When you make a spectacle out of something which is supposed to be Special. It's another story. Oh, look at this. Fresh olives are lovely. Do you mean choking on the stone kill you? I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know about TD. These don't have any. Maybe you're not talking to me. They don't have the stones or the pits. No. No. Have you ever had cacio e pepe? Pasta. Well, we used to say pasta con l'olio. O sea, con aglio e olio. If you can't make pasta with garlic, olive oil, and the water from the thing and mix it together, and then if you want to go to the cacio e pepe, take the whatever cheese you want, if you want cheese, and mix it in, it's just there's nothing like it. No, someone said fresh olives will kill you. You know what's funny you say that? Not only will fresh olives will kill you, but also never eat a raw. I don't know why you would. Like some of these beans, like chickpeas and stuff. Oh, no. Don't do that. Can you imagine that, though? Seriously. Where is the TD? Can you imagine the TD if all of a sudden you die? Seriously. Somebody said you die. They said, what happened to so-and-so? Well, he ate an olive. Eat an olive. My mother one time said, don't ever pull a hair in your nose. I said, what? Don't ever pull a hair in your nose. I go, why am I going to pull a hair in my nose? Because if you do, you'll die. It's called the triangle of death. She goes, what's that? It goes, right here. So all of the blood vessels that goes to your brain. And if you pull a hair and if it gets affected, you'll die. Don't ever pull a hair. I said, I'm not going to pull a hair. Don't pull it. I'm not. One day I sneezed and I happened to look. I said, there's a little hair. I said, oh no, I'm going to die. That doesn't count. Why? Well, you didn't do it on purpose. But I lost it. Doesn't matter. I said, what's the difference between pulling it and losing? She couldn't answer the question. She scared the shit out of me. Don't do that. You'll die. You will die 100%. Okay, fair enough. Years ago, they said during polio, somebody told a relative of mine, they said, never sit on a wet towel. I said, first of all, why am I going to sit on a wet towel? But I won't. But I mean, like, well, if you're at the beach or something, at the beach, you don't think the beach is going to kill the? No, don't do it. Did you know that, by the way, speaking of some Italian restaurants or Italian food, I knew a friend of mine who was at a restaurant. The guy would give anything you want. I said, can I get some bread? He says, you got to pay me. I can't give you bread. I said, what about the bread with the food? That's different. But if you just came in and say, listen, can you give me a bread? No, I can't. I got to charge you. So I'll give you a penny, whatever it is. I said, where'd you get that from? You know that in some houses too, in some Italian, you can only leave the house by virtue of the door you came in on. You can't go in the front and leave in the back. I don't know if that even matters. My friends, oh, look at this. I pulled a hair out of my nose because I like this, because I didn't like it. And I got an awful abscess and was hospitalized. Wow. That's a story. See, that's wonderful. See, I love when things go bad. Have you ever noticed like things like all of a sudden there's a pain? You ever get a zit in your nose or your ear? In your ear? At least somebody can say, please do me a favor. I can't see it. You can't. Do me a favor. This is a needle. Pop this. I can't do that. No, you don't understand. That's a friend. Oh, I'll do it now. How about Dr. Zit Popper? The poor thing, I don't know if she's still sick. Oh, I would pop zits in a heartbeat. Something sebaceous. Oh, yeah. And the worst is in your nose. How about one in your nose? This is it. This is the most incredible thing in the world. Absolutely incredible. You know what's interesting? I think it's fun. I love certain things, certain pain that we feel. And there's something about the pain. How many times have you been told in your life, don't ever pop something? No, pop it. Pop it. Especially if it's causing pain. Pop it. I love it. You love when things go bad. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. The secret to cacio e pepe is to toast your peppercorns, and then grind them with a mortar and pestle. Very good. Have you ever had pasta l'assassina? The assassin's pasta. Have you seen this? Have you ever seen this? Where you take pasta and you actually fry it. No water, no nothing. You actually brown it and burn it a little bit, and then that kind of melts, and then maybe you work backwards. It's called the assassin, l'assassina. That's a real fun. I think in Puglia they do it. Check that out. You don't even use water. It's wild. That's also puttanesca, the pasta they had. They would serve it at brothels. Right? You know what I'm saying? Vermicelli is wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Anyway, my friends, that's it. Have a wonderful, 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 great day. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are incredibly important to me. I also want you very much to look at this. You pop it by pinching your entire ear. Makes you think about going like that is kind of tough. I know what you mean. The worst is in your nose when you have to turn your. Oh, that's terrible. I had a friend of mine who had blackheads that were so profuse he could turn his nose and they would sprout like little mushrooms. It's just beautiful. Oh, I love this. I'm telling you something. I think it's the greatest thing. There's something about the body. If I had, I could make the best channel ever. Nobody would ever allow it. But to talk about everything that people want to talk about, digestion and flatulence, and you know what I mean? That's what people would love to talk about this. Oh, but we don't. We talk about things like gut health, not biota, but biome and what's the word? You know what I'm talking about. They have these nice little euphemisms for. In any event, I've had enough of that. Listen, thank you. Biome is good. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, great day, my friends. Happy January. I mean, June. Happy January also. Happy June, I should say. Have a wonderful day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your kindness. Remember, Candace is going to be coming back, and God bless her, because you know what? She's driving everybody crazy because she's right. All right, my friends, have a great and glorious day. Until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da.